Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. Well, we're definitely happy to be out here finishing up our Wednesday distribution, Wednesday print, uh, but for our Thursday distribution, uh, definitely always a pleasure for the Hill Report to help all of our businesses achieve their goals. Um, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was just a very encouraging message. Um, it definitely has a lot to do with the market because these are things that you need to know. You need to know that you do have friends, you do have allies, and your customer is definitely out there waiting to know about you. Yes, your customer is waiting to know about you. You may think, because of a few slow days that, you know, maybe this business thing isn't for me. Well, I would say do your research. You're going to see that there are many corporations that have gone out of business, shut down their doors, closing hundreds of stores. Yes, big corporations that are losing it all, laying off employees. But you're still open. You still have a shot. You still have a chance. Yes, your customer is out there. You have friends. You have allies. You do. You got to tap into them. You can't stop. I'll say this: Hail Mary is not a good offensive strategy. If you're interviewing to be an offensive coordinator for football, you're not going to get hired if you tell them that your strategy is to try to throw one long pass in a crowded space to try to get a quick touchdown. No, hiring managers, bosses, CEOs, they want to hear that you have an intricate strategy that's going to take them play by play to the end zone with a cohesive strategy. Hail Mary is not going to get you the job. If you're trying to interview for a basketball coach and the general manager and the owner says, "What type of offense do you run?" Because remember, advertising is your offense, it's your offense to the market. If you tell them that soon as I want my point guard to get the ball from the out of bounds and I want him to just throw one long heave down to the goal, you're not going to get hired. That's not a good strategy. You have to have a strategy that gets you closer to the goal. It, you have to have some type of action, some type of motion that intentionally puts the ball in the goal with some type of strategy and some type of organization. If you're thinking that Hail Mary is going to get you uh, the offensive coordinator job, I'd say it's not. So why run Hail Mary with your advertising strategy? Why order one package or one round of advertising or one way of advertising and then stop? That's called the Hail Mary strategy. That's called the heave the ball. I don't know what they call it when it's 1 second left and they just toss it towards the goal. That strategy is not a real strategy for a serious business owner. A serious business owner is going to run a consistent strategy. I can name some offenses in football: the West Coast offense, the option, the wishbone, uh, the flex, the power eye. These offensive strategies have some runs in them, some passes, some short passes, some long passes to keep the defense honest. There's a consistent play after play, and the offensive coordinator has two or three plays ready because even though he wants every play to score, he's not anticipating that every single play is going to score a touchdown, right? He's anticipating getting closer and closer to the goal so that he eventually gets himself a touchdown. Um, Able to react to the defense, right? Able to react to the market because you do have competition out there, but keep in mind you do have friends, you do have allies, you do have people that would need your service and would love your service, especially if you're a quality business. I would say this though: get your offensive strategy geared towards foot by foot, play by play, going to the goal, not Hail Mary. Try one thing. Oh, I had this guy pass out flyers for me and it didn't work. That's because you were trying for the Hail Mary strategy, right? And you weren't even throwing the ball long. So you basically used the Hail Mary mentality and threw a pass in the flat and expected him to run 80 yards for the touchdown. And it didn't work. So you say, hey, man, my offense stinks. That's not true, right? That's not a fair evaluation. Um, you can't hand the ball into your point guard and he heaves it towards the basket 94 feet, and then you say, hey, man, this guy, my team, we can't shoot the ball. That's not true. That's a long shot, right? If you're hinging your strategies on long shots, assuming that you have no friends, you have no allies. That's not true. You just don't have a good offense. You don't have a consistent offense, a realistic offense that takes advantage of your opportunities to go play by play down the field, your opportunities to react to the defense, your opportunities to utilize the great players that you do have that would get you to the goal. But it's your fault as a coach that you guys aren't scoring because you're running a Hail Mary strategy, right? Doesn't work. Hail Mary is such an exciting play at the end of the game, at the end of the half, because if it works, fine, great, we stole a game. If it doesn't work, well, no one gets that held against them because it's such a long shot of a play. So if you are advertising and not taking advantage of your opportunity to put pressure on the market day by day, to utilize the neighborhoods, to utilize your hotspots, to learn your hotspots, right? Learn which areas your customers live in. Ask a question to your customers. How'd you hear about me? Can I put you on an emailing list? Is there uh, what particular area do you live in, right? Gather information from your customers, because if one neighbor lives one place and he or she likes your business, chances are some of the people around them may be in similar situations and may have similar needs. So let's definitely run cohesive offensive strategies that get us closer to our goals realistically, right? And remember, Burger King, um, Kmart, uh, Best Buy, right? There's a lot of businesses that are going out of business and closing hundreds of stores, right? Just because they're a big guy and they're a big business doesn't mean that they had the right advertising strategy. It doesn't mean that they changed their products to the market. It doesn't mean that they properly priced their products to really keep the market interested in their products. Doesn't mean they did everything right, but you still have an opportunity because you're still open. So adjust your offense, attack the market in a realistic way. The Hill Report is always here to help you guys. And definitely start thinking in a very comprehensive, strategic way that's going to bring you success, not just frustration. All right, guys? Well, this is WD3, and this is your Hill Report Daily Marketing Tip. And a little passionate about that today, that message, but let's go get some sales.